the difficult permit process and navigate trails. The basics, including how to set up and break camp, how to stay warm, dry, and well fed for a weekend of hiking, and the 7 leave no trace principles are also covered in depth. Along the way, you'll find quick how to survive tips for everything from getting lost to the best way to store your equipment. The end of the book is packed with camping checklists, ideas for your first trip, and more. Loaded with everything you need to know to hit the trail, this book will put you at ease about the idea of going off into the wild for 2 or 3 nights. The unknown can be intimidating. There are no tigers, but there may be mountain lions and bears. As it turns out, those bears aren't too big of a concern after all. I just walked. I was very happy. Bill Bryson, A Walk in the Woods. 1. Planning your trip. All backpacking journeys start with a single step, but it's not the one you think. Whether it's a multi-week journey on the Appalachian Trail or a quick weekend getaway out of the city, your first step will be planning your trip. Before you set out on the trail, you'll need to pick a destination, figure out your itinerary, gather the appropriate equipment, plan a route, procure the proper permits, book campsites, and figure out how to get to the trailhead. If the idea of preparing for a satisfying, safe trip feels daunting, fear not. This chapter will break down your first steps into easy-to-tackle tasks. Before you know it, you'll get to the fun stuff, enjoying the great outdoors on your first backpacking adventure. Creating a plan. While you might have romantic notions of packing some bread and tea and hopping a fence a la famed naturalist John Muir, a thoughtful itinerary is key to a safe, rewarding experience. Take the time to plan. Incidents that result from poorly planned trips may make for funny stories later on, but they can be unpleasant or even downright dangerous in the moment. How far in advance do you need to plan your trip? If your first backpacking adventure is something ambitious and complicated for beginners, such as Grand Canyon National Park, you'll need to book permits months in advance. But if you're heading to a local wilderness area or state park, you could get the self-signed permit at the trailhead the very morning you start the trip. In addition to getting permits, you might need to secure time off with your employer. And, of course, going with a group will require even more coordination. For your first trip, keep it simple. Consider the length and skill level of the hike, the travel time required, seasonal concerns, the cost, and the ease of securing permits. If your first trip requires more than a month of logistic preparation, it's probably more complicated than it should be. Our previous example of the Grand Canyon would be a bucket list trip for an experienced backpacker. A local outdoor area will be less stressful and easier to plan overall. Ideally, your first backpacking destination shouldn't be more than a few hours' drive away, with easily procured permits and a trip length of 2 or 3 days. This will make it easier to plan and coordinate. And if Murphy's Law, meaning anything that can go wrong will go wrong, rears its ugly head, you can simply go home, reassess, and try again another time. When planning your first trip, physical preparation is just as important as figuring out logistics. Being active not only helps you achieve good physical conditioning for your upcoming backpacking weekend, but also helps with overall physical and mental health. Daily hikes are ideal, but not realistic for everyone. Making running, biking, gym workouts, or active sports such as basketball a regular part of your routine will help you maintain physical fitness. Chapter 3 covers this.